Okay, so we're going to start with breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Today we're going to be bringing in the light of truth onto the planet for everyone, just to face more truth, see through more manipulation and deception and lies, trickery, see through it. And we're going to bring in acceptance for more strength and for burdens to come off of our shoulder. We are finding a need for finances, more finances for our needs. And even savings in the bank would be nice. It doesn't have to be an amount, a crazy amount. Sometimes it's shown that we don't have a lot of money for our good. There's a reason for it at this time, and later, after things shift, it will be a very different world, and we can really start to see that. So we're also going to be bringing in self-sabotage and key codes for overcoming anything that you find that you feel that you can do and yet you're not able to for some reason. And keeping a schedule or a diet or exercise plan or anything that you're a goal that you want to set and you're just kind of blocking it. Bring either information of why you're blocking it or to remove those blocks. And then also to release frustrations, or at least excessive frustrations at this time. Okay. Breathing in, breathing out. And I'm just going to bring toning in. Just keep breathing. And every time you breathe in, collecting any thoughts that are overpowering, any emotions that are overpowering in the body and the mind. And when you exhale, just releasing them. Breathing in, breathing out. And every time you breathe in, start relaxing and grounding, breathing out, deeper relaxation. And another deep inhale, dropping into your heart space now. Bringing your consciousness into your heart, feeling grounded with Gaia, and asking to be fully connected with your higher self and your guides at this time. Calling in on the benevolent divine archangels to protect your house and your car and your being, and spread it out to your city, and then spread that protection all around the world. Have that white light around your body, the 4 pillars around you. If you have animals or children or anyone you're caring for, put that around them as well. Just have your breath regulate. You're just floating deeper into your heart. So they've got us in the ocean this time. We're very deep. It looks like the Mariana Trench, I think it's called. And so that's in the Ring of Fire, Pacific Ocean. It's very deep. I can't remember the depths, but I think it's the deepest part that we know of. So just keep going dark there. And what I love about the depths of the ocean is how we don't actually recognize the light that is in the depths of the ocean because it's so dark that things that glow really illuminate, and it almost looks like the forest with, you know, gnomes and fairies, if they existed in the forest with their little lanterns and everything, how, you know, or even in the forest on a full moon night with the stars shining, it's so bright you can see where you're walking. And on a cloudy night you wouldn't even see an inch in front of you. And the deepest parts of the ocean are alive like that. The anglerfish too has that light that they fish with. They're in the depths of the ocean. And so there's a lot of light the deeper you go. A lot of silver linings in the pain and suffering that we go through as well, right? There's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. So we're just going deeper and deeper and deeper. And things are becoming very peaceful and illuminated. And there's different colors of coral down here and different hues. And the way they look under the water is almost like water paint and fluorescent. We're just touching down on the sand on the bottom. You may be on rock. I see sand for myself. It's golden sand, at least the hue is. It's quite bright, and because we're at the bottom of the ocean, the roof or the ceiling, it goes on forever. It reminds me of Osiris Temple. It just goes on forever. The depth. And so the water represents emotion. I heard turmoil as well. So we can have calm waters, and we can have currents, and we can have waves, and we can have tidal waves. And so depending on the person and their breaking point, this comes into play. And I feel a lot of people aren't able to see the light at the depths of their emotion. But there are people that go through it, and they're thankful once they go deep enough. They come to a place of gratitude for the experience. And if you hear the stories of people, it's hard to fathom that they came to a place of gratitude. And we all can do that, and we have in a lot of ways gone very deep, and that's why we're here now. And we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it doesn't feel very lonely down here, even though we are each alone. I don't see anyone. I don't even see any life except for sea grass, maybe like coral. And I see light. And so start walking around. We're looking for a cavern or a cave. So you'll want to kind of look for, it looks like the Mariana Trench is what we're going into. And so I think we're just even going into the crack at the very bottom of the ocean. And we were just talking about them finding a lake under the ocean that has more water than what we have on the surface. And so it kind of feels like that might be relevant to what we're going to experience today. And so, because I can see like a lighter hue of blue coming from the crack at the depths of the ocean. We're going to go and we're going to swim into this crack, and we're popping out in a very lighter hue of blue. And it's a huge body of water in a very healing true blue color. And this color is illuminated like a fluorescent blue, very healing. And just swim around. It does feel like there's a giant, maybe even a giant anglerfish. It does feel like we are small within a big pond here, and yet it's very healing. It's very protected. Blue is one of my favorite colors to heal and protect and manifest in. It's a very powerful color. And so keep swimming around and keep your eyes open. I heard keep your eye open, and I think that's because we're kind of blinded by the light in here, that we need to use our senses, our other senses. Because even our hearing is very compromised under the water. And so it can actually sound like clairaudience. Being under the water, it can sound different. And so using your other senses, I keep getting an image of a very giant anglerfish in this water, and yet I don't feel it hunting me. I feel that it's actually part of the reason why we're illuminated in this water right now. And sometimes the things that we fear the most, and I don't fear the angler, but if I was in this water and there was a giant monster angler in here, I would probably be afraid. So sometimes the things we fear the most, often the things we fear the most, set us free. They're the final trigger, the final straw on the haystack that makes us overcome a lesson. And so we were asking for the truth of light on the planet, and going through the depths of human emotion, we can see a lot of truth. And so know that you're safe. Know that you're protected. And know that you're not alone. A lot of people, schizophrenics for example, are very psychic, and because they have fear, they believe they're being haunted, or that they're hearing something outside of themselves. And with the fear, they can often channel ghosts. And that happens here too, that even a dog, if you are afraid of a dog, that dog's wolf instincts may, not always, can kick in, and they may attack you. Because of the frequency of which you are, you're triggering them to not trust you. And it brings in an instinct within that animal of survival mode. And so there's been stories of people being face to face with a grizzly bear, and that grizzly bear walks away. or a pack of wolves and they leave untouched. It's about frequency. It's about having control over your emotions. We're literally coexisting in this imagination world with the biggest sea monster I've ever seen in my life, in my imagination. But we're coexisting. There is no desire to hurt one another. There's just a shared space. And so I feel that this is where we're bringing in the truth of light today. This is exactly where people need to feel the light is coming from, the light at the end of the tunnel, so that they can go deeper and past an emotion. Don't suppress an emotion. Be one with that emotion. And so you can come into the center of the light. You might not know exactly where that is, but just bring your clairsentience to sense the middle of this place. And just bring you and your higher self and your guides and meet everyone there that has witnessed the light of truth at the end of the tunnel of something, of lies or deception, where you've found out the truth and it didn't feel great, but you reached it. There's completion, closure, and then you start to heal. And so we're going to bring the light of truth, and you can bring this in through your frequency, because we all have unique frequency. And then we ask for absolute truth, very clear vision, very clear hearing, very clear knowing, sensing, very clear sensing to come in. I just heard at the tip of my tongue, and so that's what I feel in this time right now. There's like something you just can't really put your finger on, and it's at the tip of your tongue, like you've recognized it, and yet, you know, if you've ever had something on your mind and then you lose it, or it's like, oh, I can't express this, or it's just gone in general. You have an epiphany and then it goes, and then you don't even know what that epiphany was about. And so these blocks are in our insight. So we're going to be bringing in, so, you know, this can be frequency distortion from audio. You know how they even changed our music from 432 to 440? This kind of thing. It can be a hypnotized frequency that distorts the insight coming into people. So it just kind of blindsides them. Boshina makatiro koto boshina makatai, sukotokotana makatiro kotokotana mashatakata moshakatakatikoto, shakapakatiro kotokotana mashatakito shatakotana mashakati kotokotana mashakata. And so this beam of light is actually like this orb in this circle that we've created, and it's just glowing bigger and bigger and bigger. And so just allow yourself to let that light of truth, this clarity, this strength, this insight, this knowing, this clear vision, all this beautiful truth, absolute truth within this light to come through you and expand beyond you. Okay, so you're kind of like self-sacrificing that you trust in absolute truth and that it does set you free, and you have experienced the beauty of it before, and wanting to share that beautiful frequency of overcoming things and how much better you feel after you've done so, sharing that overcoming feeling with the world, with the waters, with the emotions of the humans and the animals too. And it's beautiful because it's an undercurrent. And so, when you're in the water, and if it's either hot water or cold water, there's a different underlying, if you're in the ocean and it's cold and then you hit a warm spot, that's kind of what it feels like. Something that you're looking for, you receive. And it's a light, a cold day, apricity. It's when the sun shines upon you and warms you on a cold day. That feeling, this is what it feels like. And that's what you're gifting the collective right now. And so allow that energy to also pass through you and activate memories in our frequency, in our body, in our DNA, of those moments of gratitude and just the purity of getting what you want. Truth, right? This, I wish the water was warmer, and then suddenly there's just this current and it feels amazing. And yet they pass through. And we've had that. We'll have frequencies that feel amazing, and then we have to let go of them. And we have to search for them again. We have to go deeper again. The first time I ever felt bliss, it just went down my spine. And I just had this stupid smile on my face while I was driving. And then it left, and what was that? I want more of that. And it was before I awakened. I was fibromyalgia. And so lots of these currents, and, we can even bring bliss through this energy for people too, if they haven't experienced bliss. And if you haven't experienced bliss in a while, bring that energy into your body. And just state, I want to feel bliss again. I want to feel excitement. I want to feel peace and love. I want to feel true love. Bring that through the currents. I want to know the truth. I want others to feel love. I want others to, remove the blocks of manipulation, to receive peace within their minds and heart. Just allow those energies to come through this absolute truth. These waves and currents, sending them all around the world. And I start seeing silver linings reaching the top of the ocean too. And then they're dancing around the atmosphere. And so a lot of things happen in the depths of a human emotion. And it's a very powerful emotion, just like Monsters, Inc. You can either harness the cries and the screams, or what's even more powerful is harnessing the laughter. So allow that joy and laughter to go out of these emotions around the world. And just like dolphins jumping in and out of the water, in the emotion, light-hearted of the air, in the mind, back into the heart, bouncing all around the world. And that light of truth is expanding so big that I can see it on the outside of the Earth's globe. And so this ball of absolute truth is getting bigger, and it's starting to reach the ozone layer and the outer atmosphere, and you can start seeing it, going beyond our planet's atmosphere. And just, I can see it just vibrating out to the universe. And now everything that we see is absolute divine truth, love, acceptance, compassion's here. Peace, there's a lot of peace. Peace in the mind, peace in the heart, peace in the waters. Just going to allow that energy to really calm the waters. This is important to do. I can see us treading water now, just nice and slowly, just to remain floating within the place that you are. And so to gift and focus on these energies for the collective, when we are so stressed out, we can't swim, in emotion. It's hard to keep a smile. It's hard to keep things together. And so when you can gift this moment of focus for the world, where everyone is calmed and their nervous system is relaxed and they feel blissful, they feel hopeful, they feel appreciated, they feel purposeful. It's one of the best things you can do is focus on this frequency and hold it for a moment of time. Just truly be in love for your sisters and brothers, for all the beautiful animals, the plants, the trees, the air, the water, the soil. I have a lot of gratitude for the divine assisting us every day, assisting us right now, sending out our desire and wishes for everyone. And we get to do this because it's in the frequency of love. And we're still treading water, we're still sending out this intention. We're still receiving this intention as well. We're going to bring in needs and needing to be met. So these can be financial, these can be support for things like self-sabotage, things for being overstressed, excessive levels of cortisol. Any excessive levels, we're going to bring in ease and grace, just a relaxing energy to remove and clear that from as many places many people, as much life as we can, if we can ease that, remove the excessiveness. Remove the struggles, financial burdens. Poti tota pashakia tota beshatana moshakia tota reasiki oshata esakati tokota patia tota esakia tota reasiki. So there's reference to the lighthouse and being that lighthouse, and how you can really be the lighthouse in the depths of the waters. Botati tokotara bashanamati tokotara moshaka. Eito tora bashata tanamoshiki atotara mashatira kotora bashanamakati. Esoko totara masha. Esoko totara mashiki atotara yasekati kototara mashaka. Just shining out this ice blue light like a lighthouse. And it's just going circular, sending it out. Things travel very fast through water. Just the tiniest little vibration can go very far. And so this is not a tiny vibration. It's a very amplified, and the speed of light too, right? Speed of light and sound we're dealing with here. And allow the waters to start calming around you. Allow yourself to dial down this energy. Allow yourself to reflect at this time, integrate at this time. And so there was recently an anglerfish that surfaced to the top of the ocean, and the scientists don't have any idea why. And I see this large monster, sea monster angler doing the same right now, is just rising to the surface, being that of light. And so you too can start kicking under the water and start surfacing. You can even catch a ride with the angler. You can just grab onto a part of them. Breathing in, breathing out. It's beautiful in the imagination because we can go through experiences that we can't go through in this reality. Will literally blow out our eardrums or worse. And so, that being said, the power of the mind, never doubt that, because when you reach the surface, you will see how much brighter the light has become and how you can literally change timelines in a moment of time. So surfacing the water, look around and see how bright it is. You can see a lot of the world from where you are. You have a bird's eye view of everything thriving. I'm being shown Sydney a lot, Sydney, Australia, just that sunny, beautiful city, and other places and trees and blue skies. It's a lot of lush and a higher frequency. Blissful, I do feel here. And I do feel like smiling and definitely hopeful. Everyone's smiling in the world right now for no reason at all, just that they feel happy. Even if it's for a small moment, it does a lot. So keep that frequency as long as you can and tap into it daily because you can. And enjoy the rest of your day or night.